Apple dominate the technology market, but their newer stuff is overpriced, underpowered, good-looking trash. So today, we will look at one of their older devices. More reliable than my awful iPhone 4, more portable than my 2009 MacBook, and a hell of a lot quieter than my 2008 MacBook. If you haven't guessed by the title, I'm talking about my iPod Touch 4. So today, I am to showcase the iPod 4 in all of its glory, and show you why I couldn't live without this thing. Sit back, relax, crank up the volume, and enjoy. A few things to note about this iPod. YouTube can occasionally crash, and it doesn't handle bigger websites very well. But for listening to podcasts, it is rock solid. Since I've had this device for so long, I've played in all manner of games on the iPod. So, I picked out some of the best mobile games of the past few years, in my opinion, of course. But I will showcase these with commentary of why I enjoy them so much, unlike usual. Expect more of this from now on. You might have seen this game before. It's called Crazy Taxi, and it's it was originally an arcade game, but it was also available on the original Xbox. Now, I like it because it has somewhat simplicity, but it's just good for a couple rounds when you're bored. And the controls, well, like most racing games on portables, they're fine. They're nothing to brag about, but it's still pretty fun. As you can see, I'm just dropping this lady off. I have no idea where, but hopefully I get there in time. I can't recall. I'm pretty sure I get there in time. But it's just very arcadey. So for some people it might be nostalgic. But I have played this on an arcade machine, and being able to put that experience in my pocket is just something special. This is Worms 3. You might have seen it on the PC, but it runs, sometimes it crashes on the iPod, but it's pretty much a full port. And the Worms series is just fun to play. Like, these games, they're very entertaining just to sit down. They're turn-based, I wouldn't call them shooters. They're turn-based team strategy. And they, well, you could call them like, I guess maybe 2D XCOM, because you're basically versing, well, you create a team of worms, and so you get to name each individual, and there are like 3 types of worms or something, so it's pretty cool. Next we have Minecraft, which it used to run smooth on the iPod, but now it seems it runs fine most of the time, but whenever there are just blocks that have been picked up, your game lags like hell and you get like 15 FPS, and it's really unplayable. But like if you really want, you can bear through it, but it's really hard to play like this. When it is smooth though, it's fine. Just don't expect to go clear out a mountain or something, because that will kill the iPod. Now, it's had many updates, Minecraft Pocket Edition, and at the moment it's in a good place, but I'm not going to be playing it regularly because it's boring. Next we have Age of Zombies, which is an amazing top-down shooter for the iPod. It's so fun, and they even have co-op. All the missions, all the story missions can be done in co-op. It has this horde mode, which is just great to kill time. It's one of Half-Brick's best, and it's just so fun. I can't even explain it. Just look, you're throwing grenades, you're killing zombies, you're using a shotgun, there's miniguns, there's SMGs, there's turrets. What more could you ask for? Also, the graphics are quite unique, and it has a somewhat plausible story. I mean, for a mobile game it's better than nothing, but this game is amazing. Next lastly, we have Need for Speed Most Wanted, the mobile version. Now this might not be as amazingly good looking as the PC version. I have not seen the console version, but it still looks pretty good for at least for the iPod. And also, its gameplay is pretty fun. I've finished the game twice over the past few years. Now I'm going for my third run. It looks a lot better than Need for Speed Hot Pursuit which is also on the App Store. But it's just very responsive, very fast, and really fun to play. Now, it is paid, like Age of Zombies, but for the money, it's definitely worth it. I hope this gave you an insight to this quite strange device. Sadly, there is no Android equivalent, but iOS is very polished, and 6.16 is, in my opinion, much better made than what came after. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed, please like the video and subscribe for next week's video, where I take a look at the older brother of Tortoise, a 2008 MacBook.